Hello again, everyone. I'm Tom Dirato. Welcome once again to the Bob Simmons Show. Oklahoma State spent a soggy Saturday afternoon in College Station, Texas this past Saturday. As usual, we'll have all the highlights for you. We'll also take you behind the scenes this week and introduce you to some very important people on the 2-minute drill. Marcellus Rivers and Kenyatta Wright will be our featured guests on the Get to Know the Cowboy segment. We have all this and a lot more for you, so don't go away. We're back after this opening timeout.
The Bob Simmons Show is brought to you by Phillips 66, the Performance Company. Southwestern Bell, the exclusive communications choice of the OSU Cowboys. By Oklahoma Tank Line, a proud sponsor of Oklahoma State Athletics. By the Johnson Auto family.
Well, welcome back to the show. Bob, we were talking before we went on the air. You know, look at the game at Texas A&M. You said it best in our post-game radio show, missed opportunities.
You're right, Tom. It's interesting. We played A&M over the years, and we've had success moving the ball, but we have not taken advantages of those scoring opportunities to really give us an advantage that we need to win a ball game like this.
You can't ask for a better beginning once again. I mean, a great kickoff return, a great punt return, a good defensive stand, sandwiched in the middle, and a couple of opportunities to get on the board early.
No, you can't. When you play in an atmosphere like playing at Kyle Field, you really want to come out fast, start fast, keep that crowd out of the ball game. And what you see here is our fans came down there. We had great support. We started off with the offense. Jay does a nice job of taking that ball to probably the 1-yard line and giving us great field position. If he doesn't trip here, the copy that we looked at in the office had a chance for him going all the way. But we start off coming out with the claw play, and that's Nathan. I think he picks up about 5 yards on his own in terms of the blocking. Then we come back inside. It's a good inside run here. We pick up about 3 or 4 more yards. But we're moving the ball on the ground. Third down is what we talk about, 3rd and 3, having success on third down. So that's one of the first third down that we have success on. And go back to first down. This is a nice play to Terrence Richardson, one of our swing pass. We pick up about 2 or 3 yards, but we're still on schedule. Come back with an inside draw. Nice run to Nathan, keeps his feet moving. You see he picks up about 7 yards now. The third down again, we go back to our fullback, Kevin Brown, and he picks up the first down. And first down again, goes back inside, picks up another 5 or 6 yards. And so we're on schedule time here, running the ball. Now here's 3rd and 2, where now they slant inside. We don't block him, then we go for a field goal and we come up short.
What you got to like too here, you don't get the points. Defense, you're going to see, comes right out, gives the ball right back to us.
Defense comes out and they're swarming all over the ball. You see Kenyatta Wright there, TK, and they're trying to run with their big fullback Toombs, and Jack Goldman is really making stops. You see Courtney Mallory, defensive line at this point in time, is really doing a good job of controlling that line of scrimmage. This is early in the ball game, 3rd and 13. Again, we want to get ourselves off the field here. We do a good job of bringing pressure, forcing a short throw, and we force a punt. They punt to Terrence, and Terrence, he's having a great year returning the kicks, makes a nice decision. He gets up the field, hits the creases. I thought he was going to take this ball all the way, but he takes it back into their territory. So at time, we're really starting our drive right now on about the 38-yard line. We got Jay in the ball game now. He picks up about 1 yard on a cutback play. BJ is forced to scramble right now. I'd like to see him set it in and throw the ball, but it gets us in a 3rd and 13, and we come up 3 yards short, and we try our first field goal here. Now, this is a play that we practiced for about 3 weeks, and unfortunately, we had one guy go the wrong way. And when you practice a play like that, Tom, everybody's got to be on the same page. But that's another missed scoring opportunity. We come back out on defense. Our defense does an outstanding job of 3rd and 5, getting them in third down situation. They sprint out here, and this is one of the third downs that they make. And we really got to do a better job in terms of our coverage. But they go back with their drive, and you can see our defense is all over the big fella. This is Hartman trying to run inside. This is a nice tackle. I think that's Adam Davis, TK. He's trying to strip that ball, which is very, very important. If we can get that ball out and cause a fumble. But our defense is playing steady. The one way that they try to get outside of our defense is really to sprint outside because of the pressure. And they over 3rd-11, key third down. We can't get cut, first of all, but those 2 third down situations, we force them out. And as you can see at the end of the first quarter, it's 0-0. We're very much in that ball game. We come back out and really start moving the ball again. On first down, they gave us soft coverage. Good job of play calling, on the how. You really want to see him turn up and get that first down. We get in the second and short. We come out with about a half yard. I think that's 4th down and 1 and inches. We decide to go for it at that point in time in the ball game. We make it 1st down again. We're at about the 48-yard line. Come back out. They give us soft coverage, a nice throw, pick up about 11 yards. What they were doing was giving us soft corners on that 1st down, and we're taking advantage of it. A nice throw and catch by BJ, and I think that's Ethan Howe. Come back out to go inside here. We pick up about 4 yards on that particular run. Now we go back to a soft corner. Now, here's a situation where we got a great scoring opportunity. That quarterback's got to lift it over the top. You can't underthrow a pass like that, and that shortens the drive. And now we got them pinned down, and they come back out, and we overplay the coverage and give them a big play here. They come back out here, and he's got too much time, and we get a crossing route in that situation. Kenyatta's trying to catch it. We force him out of bounds, and now it's 3rd and 9. And we got a chance to pull him up here, and he makes a heck of a throw, but we get pass interference. Close call, but you can't go through the guy's back. The official made that particular call, and that's a 3rd down. It really keeps their drive alive. They come back and try to go inside to the big fella. We stop them. They go back inside. Now we got to, some guys are standing around the pile. We got to all get in there and make tackles, and then they come up with a big play. And that's what happens when the offense keeps the drive alive. You get a chance to have a big play. We come back. We go back with our slide pass to Terrence. He picks up about 6 yards. We go back the other way with the same call. Picks up about 10 yards here. Nice hard running by Terrence Richardson. You can see we're moving the ball. We go back to Terrence, 3 yard, another throw to him with our swing. Now it's 2nd and 3, and we got a lot of time. And then we end up, he slips down there. Right. But there's a lot of time left on the clock. When you talk about miscommunication in terms of pass protection and what our quarterbacks is seeing, we had a chance, in my estimation, of going down and score. We needed to manage the clock a little bit better in terms of the protection. Had we done that, we probably would have got some more points on the board.
Obviously, only 7-0. Several opportunities go by the board. You're still in the ball game, and we really didn't jump on this early, but obviously BJ and Tony wasn't able to go. Right.
We're very much in that ball game. Tony, as we said, had his shoulders were very sore, so we chose not to play him. BJ came in and did a pretty good job. We start back on defense. Our defense, they won the toss, and so they started on offense. So it's important that we can get out and get them stopped. And you can see our defense in this situation on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 12. We're forcing him back inside. He goes over the top. We break that up. That's a key 3rd down stop. We force a punt. And now we get a chance to go back down the field, Tom, and try to tie this game up. As you said, it's only 7-7. We got a great opportunity. The game is far from over. We come out the second half. We run the option. BJ does a good job of turning it up, and he really does a nice job of cutting this ball back here. Their defense is running to the ball. They got a lot of guys chasing us, but we get the ball down to about the 19-yard line. Great opportunity for us now to at least put some points on the board and get inside here. As you're gonna, what's this, the power play of the game?
Yes, the power play of the game, the OG&E power play of the game. OG&E proud again to bring you the OG&E Greatest Cowboy Fan Search. Log on for your chance to win big at www.oge.com. OG&E, power at the speed of life. And you see Howell giving a nice convoy down there as well.
He's trying to tell BJ,
keep going.
Keep going. He's running out of gas there. But listen, we're at that point in the field where we need to get something going. We're on the 18-yard line here. And the first place movement, we got an illegal procedure. We take it back. It's 1st and 15 now. And call the play. We don't get it protected up front. Quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. So we go from the 19. We called on 2nd down. 3rd down.
Holding call as well in that series.
But we come back with a little screen play to Jay to get us back in the field goal position.
And a chance to get on the board, put some pressure back on them, or at least put some pressure on them for the first time all afternoon.
Well,
even though
and at that point in time in the ball game time, it's still 7-3.
Sure.
We're still much in this ball game, and we need to make something positive happen on offense to really put some points on the board. We go for a field goal here, and I think this is wide right. Second opportunity missed. When you get those chances, you got to convert. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to convert. They go back out. They get a little bit momentum from the fact that they did force a missed field goal. But you can see our kids are swarming. 3rd and 2 situation here. Tough job to stop the big fella. But we got to wrap up. Boils down to tackling. That's too many missed tackles. They come out with the reverse. Excuse me.
Good play here.
Good play by Kevin Williams. Stayed at home, did the right thing, got up the field, and made a play, made a big tackle, forced them off schedule now to where it's long yardage situation. 3rd and 16. And again, this is a coverage where we don't have anybody over the top of that guy. And again, it's 3rd and 16. They convert that to a first down. They go back over the top here where we're out of position on defense, and it causes us again to give up a score after we missed the field goal. They take the ball down.
Big turnaround
right there. And now we really try to get something going here on offense.
It's still another good return.
Well, good return, a short kick, about a 15-yard return. We start in great field position here. Jay comes out of the other end with a 6-yard gain. We go 2nd down, back over to Marcellus. He does a nice job. First down call. We come back inside. We run the option. We get right back down the field. We're on about the 19, 18, 17-yard line. Great opportunity now again for us to come out with some points. We go back here. It's 3rd and 12. We try to pick up a first down. And again, now we got to settle for a field goal. At this point in time, I think Tim does make this particular field goal. It makes it 14-3 at the end of the fourth quarter, going into the fourth quarter. We come back out, and again, we're having success throwing here on first down to BJ to Howe, and you can see, but we're having success moving the ball. They do a good job. This is a great job by Marcellus on 3rd down, fighting for the sticks. He's got a Warriors mentality. We go back inside with a draw play. We soften them up. We're moving the ball back down. I think we ran a draw play. It's probably our best play 2 or 3 times in a row. We're back down on the 30-yard line. As you can see, the game ended 21-3. But when you talk about missed opportunities, that's the tell of that ball game. We went down there to play. Our kids went down there with the right spirit, with the right effort, but we came up short.
We were talking before we went on. If you don't want to just be technical about it, red zone being 30 and in, is that what the coaches call it now? 20 and in. But 6 trips into quote-unquote scoring territory, that has to be frustrating, not only for the players, obviously, for the coaches as well.
Well, and you got to sit back and look at it as a staff and look at film and find out what could we have called, what could we have done differently. Because when you have those opportunities against any good football team, especially early, you need to have some conversions and really try to put them away.
It'd be great to be back home this week, though.
It will be.
We'll talk about Texas here in a minute. This week's game at Texas A&M was the annual football wives trip. The wives here at Oklahoma State get together as a group about twice a month, once for dinner, once for Bible study, and they really count on each other's support as friends, much like an extended family. Our own Colleen Cassidy has an in-depth look at life of a coach's wife in this week's 2-minute drill, and as always, it's brought to you by the American Residential Group.
When you talk about fans, there's a special breed of fans. Rain or shine, those fans are there day to day, week to week, night to night. They're the coaches' wives.
It's a demanding business, and I really think for us, you have to keep a balance.
With the demands on the coaches, these wives have to be strong and independent.
You have to be there in good times and bad as husband and wife.
His hours are long and they're irregular, especially during the football season. So you have to do a lot of things yourself.
I enjoy being a coach's wife. People don't understand that. My family didn't understand, how can you sacrifice? You're always going to be alone. It's about 6 months out of the year, that we are alone.
Typically in Division I football, coaches work 7 days a week from the end of July till the end of November. In that period, they are lucky to get a day or two off. However, December, January, and part of February can be even busier with recruiting. The remainder of February and March, the coaches work about 40 hours a week. With April comes spring practice. May, they are on the road recruiting again. In June, they run camps. And finally, July gives them a break for family before it starts all over again.
My husband and I both made a commitment to ourselves because of the demands of this profession to make sure that we always keep family as our focus.
Anytime that we can spend together, we do. And Frank tries to come home on Sundays to have dinner with us so we can be together as a family.
As a player, I thought he put in a lot of time, but it's nothing compared to when he's a coach. I appreciate coaches a lot more now.
I truly understand what these wives are going through. See, I married a football coach. From College Station for the Bob Simmons Show, I'm Colleen Cassidy.
You know, in this profession, it is important that you do have wives that do understand. But obviously, I do feel like the family is first. There is time spent at the job, but in our schedule, I really try to make it sure there are also time spent with their families.
Yeah, that's one thing you have stressed since you've been here. Now, I've heard some stories about other coaches who say, hey, you're a coach and you just figure it out yourself on your personal time, but you've always integrated the family element.
Well, I tried to, Tom. Certain nights of the week, you know, coaches got to be there from an organization standpoint and a game plan standpoint. But there are other nights during the week, for example, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday night we make phone calls, but other than that, the coaches are allowed the coaches to go home, hopefully, and be with their families.
And I know you'll agree. It takes a special lady to be a coach's wife.
Oh, it does. And all the coaches' wives are special.
Okay. We appreciate we were able to tell you folks about these coaches' wives because, indeed, they are very special. As promised, Marcellus Rivers, Kenyatta Wright, will visit with us on a Get to Know the Cowboys segment. It's coming up next.
This Get to Know the Cowboys segment is brought to you by Ron Rakes and the team at Home National Bank, 324 South Duck in Stillwater.
Welcome back to the show, and as promised, we have a couple of the Cowboys for you to meet here. Kenyatta Wright, Marcellus Rivers, two guys who do a lot of their talking on the field, don't say much on the set.
You know, Tom, these two guys have been very special to our program, and I've had interaction with them during their career here. What is it like for you, Marcellus, and then you, Kenyatta, to grow over the years at the type of things that you've gone through up to this point?
I mean, it's all a learning process. It's good to grow over the years because you learn so much and you know how to cope with different things, and it helps you out a lot, especially on the field.
For me, you know, it was a real big learning process. You know, coming here from a little small town of Vian, you know, growing up and stuff, and I mean, it just, you get better over the years. You know, learn how to, you know, adjust to the game plan and adjust to college, and you know, time management was a big thing for me. And I mean, I'm coming to the end of my career. You know, these last 4 games, I just want to, you know, lead up to the next millennium. You know, have Marcellus and them come back and establish something that we already set forth, and it's just been a real good, you know, year for us, and hopefully, you know, to continue.
Up to the next millennium. That's good.
Next millennium.
That's good.
Hey, you know, we had that segment about coaches' wives, about players' wives.
Yeah, I mean, my wife is real instrumental in everything I do, so, you know, it really calmed me down. I'm not wild anymore, and she sets me straight.
How about you, Marcellus?
I mean, she's a tough woman. I mean,
listen to me.
There's nothing you can do. I mean, they always on you, always want you to do right, and you know, you just got to do that. Got to be that person.
It's special, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Bob and I can attest that will never change. I promise you. No matter, it'll go on forever. You know, you talk about playmakers. These are guys who can make plays on both sides of the football.
Absolutely. And when you sit there and watch all our film, this guy calls for the ball. He'll come back to the hole. He'll pat his chest. The same thing with Kenyatta. He's a journal on that defense. I hear him and Rob having a lot of conversations, and I've seen him on the sideline and say, this is the play they're going to run. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Tell me, you know, in terms of watching film, how much film do you study?
Man, we study a lot of film. You know, Coach Ryan, you know, he done really begging us to come in there, but he said you need to get in there if you want to, you know, go to the next level, because it's all a mental game. And the mental aspect has come real good to me, and it's helped me out of my game throughout my career here.
How about you, Marcelo?
Yeah, Coach Kaiser, he's always on the guys. If you want to be better, you gotta study your opponent.
He said, guys.
Yeah, guys, if you want to be better, you gotta study your opponent. So I get in as much as I can and watch about a couple minutes of film and stuff, see who I'm going against, how can I outsmart them.
These are two guys who are fun to watch and have been all year long, especially your career. Appreciate you guys coming down on your day off and joining us here on the Bob Simmons Show. We're back to wrap it all up after this final timeout.
This week's question from oakstate.com is presented by Southwestern Bell. If you have a question for Bob Simmons, log on to OSU's official athletic website at oakstate.com and participate in the Southwestern Bell Ask Coach Simmons contest.
Well, welcome back to the show. And you see that question up there about the halo rule. You think it'll be readdressed?
Oh, well, you know, Tom, it's been something that excuse me, that has been called awful lot.
Yes.
On everybody. And I think as coaches, we'll probably try to at least find out if it could be modified. Now, you want to protect the guy catching the ball, but it's gotten to the point to where, you know, it's judgment on the officials.
Okay, Southern Division leaders in town on Saturday afternoon, 1:30, Oklahoma State and Texas.
A big ball game. Texas is a good football team. Obviously, we're back at home where we want to be. We need a lot of support at that ball game, and this team needs to rally, which I think we will.
We hope to see everybody out there at Lewis Field. Remember, kickoff time 1:30 for Bob Simmons, our entire crew here at Educational Television Services. Tom Dirato. Goodbye, everybody.
The Bob